Hey friends, our HMH programs got a facelift. Have you noticed yet? Once you go to staff, you'll still go down to HMH Teacher Login, but that home screen looks much different now. It's called HMH Central, and this screen is the same for staff and students alike. You will still put in your same username and password, but once you do so, several different scenarios and icons could pop up. Let's walk through a few together. You still put in your username and password, just as you always would. This is for a teacher who only teaches System 44 and Read 180 Next Generation programs. As you will see, she has two icons. That's similar to what most of you are probably used to. Sam Web is the Sam as we all know it. That is where your data, your students' names, and your class list live. You will still get your reports from here, and this is the same Sam you've always known. Your Next Generation Teacher Dashboard is only available for teachers who are utilizing a System 44 or Read 180 Next Gen program. Let's take a look at a different scenario. Maybe you're an iRead teacher. You will put in your username and password just like usual. And the icons that will pull up for you are Sam Web, which was the same Sam I just showed you with all of your students' names, class list, and reports, and then Sam Central. This is your version of a student dashboard. That's where all of your student analytics live and shows you your data usage and the Groupinator lessons available for your kiddos. Another scenario would be for those of you who teach maybe an area of iRead as well as System 44 and or Read 180. You're going to have three icons that appear. You will have Sam Web, which is the same as it's always been with your student names, class list, the reports tab, and resources. You will have the Next Generation dashboard for your Next Generation programs such as Read 180 and System 44 Next Generation, and Sam Central for your iRead or Math 180 courses 1 and 2. So let's take a walk through this one more time. Sam Web is for every teacher who utilizes an HMH instructional software program. Those are programs like System 44, Read 180, iRead, Math 180, Course 1 and 2, just to name a few. You will all have Sam Web, which is the master page. Then if you teach System 44 or Read 180 Next Generation, you will have the Next Generation dashboard. The only way you will have Sam Central dashboard is if you have an iRead teacher license or a Math 180 Course 1 or Course 2 teacher license. We have several building administrators throughout our district. Let's take a look at what their login screen is going to look like. We also have three icons. You have Sam Web for your entire building. You have Next Generation Dashboard for your entire building and the students who utilize the Next Generation programs. And your third icon is an HMH Leader Central icon. And the last couple of views we're going to take a look at is a student view. Students will see the same HMH Central login screen that a teacher does. They will just put in their credentials. First name dot last name, and then their password, CCPS, and the last 4 digits of their lunch number. This student is only enrolled in one program. So rather than the old version that showed every single program HMH had to offer online, it only shows his one and only program, and that's the only option he has to click on. Now, if your student is enrolled in more than one program, we'll take a look at what their login screen looks like as well. They will type in their first name dot last name, and then they will put in their password, CCPS, and the last 4 digits of their lunch number. So Sally is enrolled in Read 180 and Math 180 Course 1. Now the neat thing about this is that even though she's enrolled in 2 programs, she's already entered her credentials. So in order for her to flip-flop back and forth between these programs, all she would have to do is click the icon. She does not have to repeatedly input her username and password. Just make sure your students are successfully logging out at the end of each session. If you still have questions or concerns, you can email us. We are always here to help, and we hope that you enjoy this new streamlined approach.